Has anyone ever been bullied at least once in their life? When one gets bullied, they think down about themselves, which can ultimately destroy their lives, mentally and physically. Did you know that Mississippi is ranked the third highest state in the United States of high school students who have attempted suicide due to bullying? While I was in high school, I got bullied a lot. It makes one feel insecure, humiliated, and uncomfortable. I can give this information to you today because I have dealt with it most of my life, still do sometimes. Another reason that I can give you this information is because I have done a lot of research on this topic. Throughout high school, everybody wants to fit in. Nobody wants to be left out or ignored, but sometimes it happens. The purpose of my speech is to give you the reasoning behind why bullying is such an issue. It is potentially harmful to the one who is being bullied. We hear about teenagers all the time who kill themselves from being bullied. No one deserves to be bullied or treated in a terrible way because others think it's funny. My parents have always told me those who bully are unhappy with their own lives, and that is why they do the things that they do. I am mainly going to go over why bullying is such an issue. Also, I want to go over what we may be able to do to help prevent it. First, I would like to go over the different types of bullying. Being kicked, tapped, or even pinched are considered types of physical bullying. The scars and bruises will be there as proof that you are a victim of physical bullying. Verbal bullying consists of being called names, being tased, insults, and threats. There is also social bullying, which is being ignored, having rumors spread about you, or even lies about you. Bullying in any kind of way is not cool, which a lot of teens think it is. However, if teens nowadays just read some of the stories of people committing suicide from being bullied, maybe then they would understand that no one is perfect and no one should be bullied. Personally, I think that social bullying is the worst because people tend to believe what others think and say about you. Social bullying is the leading factor of teens for cutting themselves, or even worse, committing suicide. Of course, you can try to forget the things that have been said about you, but unfortunately, that is easier than said than done. I still, to this day, remember a lot of things that were said about me in high school. I just laugh now because they were all wrong about the person I was then and who I am now. When one is bullied, the one bullying does not really understand the feelings behind what is being said to the one who is being bullied. Physical bullying increases in elementary school, peaks in middle school, and declines in high school. However, verbal abuse always remains consistent throughout high school. Now, I would like to go over the things we could do to try and minimize the bullying. According to WallethHub.com, Mississippi is ranked 11th in the country for overall bullying in schools. We as adults need to talk to the younger generation about bullying to try and prevent it from happening anymore. According to DoSomething.org, approximately 160,000 teens skip school every day because of bullying. Bullying is starting to interfere with learning, and this needs to be stopped. Also, 1 in 10 students drop out of high school because of repeated bullying. Did you know that 1 in 4 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying and only 4% will intervene of the time, according to DoSomething.org? Teachers need to start opening their eyes a little more to what is in front of them. The more the teachers get involved, maybe the less students would get bullied. By the age of 14, less than 30% of boys and 40% of girls will talk to their peers about bullying that is going on in their lives. Since they will not talk to their peers about the bullying, parents need to talk to their children and make sure they understand that they are worth the beautiful life that they have been given, and the ones bullying them are just upset with their own lives. According to antibullying.com, 90% of 4th through 8th grade students report being victims of bullying. I have talked to a few parents, and most of them say they want their children to stand up for themselves, which is fine, completely understandable. But, however, I do not agree with this because sometimes that just leads to more problems and more bullying. Finally, I would like to go over the long-term effects of bullying. The effects that go along with being bullied include suicide, depression, poor school performance, and also low self esteem. According to another website, suicide remains the leading cause of death in children under the age of 14 due to bullying. In most cases, the young people die from hanging themselves. Teens who commit suicide often suffer from depression, also from the bullying. The depression may have started with things going on at home, but being bullied at school could be the breaking point for one's decision to commit suicide. Depression is an illness that no one really understands. Bullying tends to lead to one having very low self esteem. They will always think down about themselves and everything else. According to bullyingstatistics.com, signs of depression could be sadness, irritability, sudden loss of interest in activities, always tired, thoughts about death, and so many more. The purpose of my speech was to inform everyone about the different kinds of bullying, ideas to prevent it, and the long-term effects of it. I discussed a lot of information on bullying, and I have also given my own opinion as well. Again, I felt like I could give this information to you today because I was a victim of bullying growing up. Also, I have done a lot of research on this topic. I hope I gave you enough information today so that you know more about bullying and the effects that go along with it. I hope that if you see someone being bullied, you will stand up for them and help them. No one deserves to be bullied, and something needs to be done to help those who are being bullied. I hope this information can help you talk to your children someday about bullying. When you hurt, when people hurt you over and over, think of them like sandpaper. They may scratch you and they may hurt you a bit, but in the end, you end up polished and they end up useless.